Hello everyone and welcome to the next episode of Creating Mobile Game series. In this video we will introduce new levels to our game and work on Jump Booster. And don't forget that you always can try completed game on itch.io or Google Store. Don't miss my next video by subscribing for the channel. If you have any questions or feedback, please leave them in the comment section and of course hit that like button. With that said, let's get started. So the good news that we already have everything to create more levels to our game. So to introduce more levels, what we need to do, let's go to our levels folder and then duplicate our level config. So we have level 1. And so from here we can remove all of these decoration placements. Let's say it's 0. Then let's take one of the decorations from here and put them on decorations. And so now we can randomly just move them on the Christmas tree in whatever position we want they appear in our game level. So with our decoration selected in the hierarchy and then being in the scene tab, I'm pressing W so I can move it in whatever place I want. So I will make this just a basic positioning of these Christmas tree decoration. And by the way, to duplicate, I'm pressing Command D on Mac. Okay, so we have our new, let's say this will be for our new level. So let's go back to our levels and here it will be level 1. Let's say it will be 40 seconds because it's less decoration. I'm locking on inspector and then I selecting all of these decorations. Then again, I'm going to decorations. Actually, I need to create a folder. I constantly forgot about that. Level 1, because we need to create prefabs out of these decorations. So I put them here, then choose original prefabs. Then we don't need this anymore. And we will drag this into our level config into decoration placements. And so now we have level configuration created, but let's create one more. So again, I will drag it over to decoration. I will still duplicate this decoration, of course. So doing Command D, then just moving it around somehow. Doesn't really matter. And then when I have all of the decoration placed, I want some of them to have different sprite, for example. And this is something that we probably haven't touched yet, but we will cover it in this video just for fun because it's easy to do. It will make our game much better and interesting. So I will unlock Inspector for a second. And so here for some of the decoration, I will just put different sprite prefab. So we have like different decoration on our Christmas tree. Some of them will be bigger, some of them will be smaller, some of them will be different color. So this will make our game, I hope, a bit more fun. So let me speed up the video while I'm changing sprites for all of the decorations. I believe I'm fine with these decorations. So now let's go to our prefab folder and on the decorations folder, let's create new folder, level 2. Then we just drag them over here as an original prefabs and we can remove these from here. And so we need to create new level. Again, let's make it 0 here. I will still make it 60 seconds because we have more decoration here, but it's already a 3rd level. So like our difficulty increase from level to level. Nice, it's fine. And now to actually make this happen, so when we place decoration and it will be different sprites, so what we need to do, we go to our decorations, then we need to go to decoration controller, and in the place where we do this add decoration, remember that we find in hit place. Hit place is this transform that we are getting from the level config. So it's a game object that already have this sprite. So this is our prefab, right? So let's take this hit place, I guess, and then we create a sprite. So saying hit place, get component, sprite renderer. Let's change it to hit sprite instead. And so here we can say if we found something, then let's say our decoration, and also let's find sprite for the decoration as well. And so in our if statement, we can say both. If hit sprite and decoration sprite, we're saying decoration sprite dot sprite equal to hit sprite and then sprite. So what it will do, it will take sprite from our hit place and then put that sprite onto our decoration object. So the object that was placed by player. So let's try this out. So we created new levels, but I forgot to add them here. So let's increase it to 3. And so let's go to our levels, or I will actually put it as 0 because it will be much easier to put them as a group, as a list. So I select them all and then drag them over to level configs, and then we have level 1 and then level 2. And so let's check and to make sure that everything is right in the script. Yeah, and we already see that it's different level because we completed level 1 or like level 0. And so we already in our player prefs, we already said that this level was completed, but because we every time we said, okay, like if we don't have next level, then just go to the 0 level. But now we have next level. So it's going to the next level and it's level 1. So let's play that one. And we press next level and we see that the next level appears. So now we want to see, will it change sprites for our decoration? So let's try it out. So first one is the same, but next one is already purple and then big one and so on. So great. Our level works and also our sprite changes is now working. This is great. However, if we will try the same level again, so if this button will work, yeah, you see, great, everything is working. So we want to put some of our decorations and hit this max amount of like points, but we cannot because they are too high. So we cannot reach them with our player. We need to jump much higher. And for that, it will be great to have some booster for our jump. And if you've seen the game in the itch.io, for example, or in the Google Play Store and you tried it already, then you noticed that on the Christmas tree there are some stars that gives our player this extra jump force, just like in the Doodle Jump, right? So it's similar to that. We will create a platform that we will add force to our player the same way it's happening in the Doodle Jump, for example. So what do? We need to create a new game object. So create empty, and I'll just say jump booster. And so will be great if we can see this object actually here. So for that we can, in our inspector on this like empty cube or transparent cube, you can choose an icon. So let's make maybe like orange, and then I can see it here. I want to put one of the booster here, and before I will start to duplicate them, I need to add few things here. So first thing is our collider, you may guess. So it will be collider 2D, and it's also edge collider. And if you can try it now, you will see what happens. So yeah, we have some platform, but we cannot jump through it. So we can jump on it and stay here, but it's not what we want. We want to jump through it as well. And for that, in Unity, there is a great component called Platform Effector 2D. So we can attach that component to this object, and then under our Collider 2D, we can say that it's used by Effector. And so here we can specify this surface arc. This surface arc will tell like the radius of our this colliding thingy. So if we will do this 180 for now, so from the place where we see in this radius, so from the top, then it will be colliding with us, but then from the bottom it will not work as a collider. So I will put it as 180, and yes, you can also see that it's used one way. Yep, so you will see that we can jump through it and then stay on the platform. And this is exactly what we want from now. Anyway, let's stop the game, go to our jump booster and add one more new component. Let's call that jump booster controller. And again, this script will be created in our asset folder. So I will move it to the scripts folder before I forget. Let's open the jump booster script. And here, first thing we want to add is the power of our jump. So public variable, it will be float. And we say it's jump power. I will default it to like 300 F. So when we have our jump power, let's remove start and update functions, and we'll add on collision enter to D. So now we can take the rigid body of our player. So we can say that var player equal collision will be first game object, and then get component, and then it will be rigid body 2D. So we say if it's player, actually if not player we can say return. I prefer this way of doing things instead of doing brackets and so on. So if it will not find this rigid body, which means it's not player, so we cannot do anything with that. But if it is player, then it will pass through. And what we'll do here is we'll just add force. We need to specify direction on the force. It will be vector to up. And then we will multiply it with our jump booster or jump power, right? Also, to make sure that we're landing on the collider, we can add one more if statements. We're saying then if collision relative velocity dot y is more than 0, or then return. So which means if our relative velocity by y will be greater or equal to 0, which means that then our player go from the button. So we want to skip this on collision enter then, but we only want to proceed when our player landing on our collider from the path. So let's go back to Unity and just test how it works now. Okay, we press play and then boom, yes, we're seeing this tiny little booster. So I'll stop the game. Now I'll make it more, like 450 maybe, and then I spread them around the Christmas tree. But you know, just to see them, these boosters somehow, I'll also add sprite renderer, and we'll add some sprite that I think that will work. So for now I'll just add this line, and to see them I'll make it as a decoration. The only thing I will need to change the scale then. So let's say I will take .1 and then .3, maybe 5 for this one, and then let's just make sure that it will work, because maybe collider now is too small. No, it's working fine. So now let's stop the game, and I will just duplicate these jump boosters and put them here and also here. So with this setup, I guess I will manage to reach any high on the Christmas tree. So let's try to place one of the eyes. Yep, exactly. 500 points. Okay, great. You know, if you followed along all this series, I'll be so happy to see how your game is looking now. You can share some screenshot in my Discord server if you like. Anyway, that's it for today. In the next video, we will add sounds to our game. If you enjoyed this video and you want to support me, you can always do it on Patreon for some extra perk or itch.io, or you can check my assets including this game in Unity Store. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.